So we're live?
We
Okay.
are
Yes.
live.
Welcome everybody. I'm Don, this is Mel, and we're the founders of the Love Manual Inc. And we want to share a discovery that we had in our relationship in one of our disputes. And we discovered how to counsel your own relationship. And yes, we want to share this with you. So you want me to start it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got into a dispute. It was pretty deep. And when we were disputing, we were pointing fingers, talking over each other, and it got to a point where we felt like we wanted to quit. We was
Yeah.
like, nothing's getting done. You're not listening to me. This is never going to get solved. So what we discovered was how to counsel your own relationship, and it wasn't something that we researched or looked up. We just decided to do it,
Yeah.
and what we did was came out of ourselves. Now I have to add this. When I mean come out yourself,
That sounds
I
funny.
have to add this. When you come out yourself, it's kind of like role playing.
Right.
It's like role playing, but not being, yourself in the argument, but role playing and being somebody else. That somebody else is a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And when you act as a counselor, you know that you have to listen.
Yes.
And you know that you have to be neutral.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry about That's what happens when you go live. Sorry about the background noise.
so you have to be neutral, and you know that a counselor is not going to talk over the person. The counselor
Right.
is going to listen because the counselor wants both sides
Right.
of the story. So you wanna
Yeah.
tell some more before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tell it all?
I'll tell
'Cause
yes. So
Okay, got
basically what happened, what we did was we stepped outside of ourselves and became our own therapist. All right. We stepped out of the box and we were able to hear what each other was saying on a different level, not being me. So if Don was talking and telling me his feelings. He was telling me his feelings from his point of view, and I was listening from a therapist's point of view, and I was able to translate what he was saying to Mel, which was actually me, if you could understand what we're saying. So basically, I was he was coming to see me as his therapist, and I was not Mel at the time. I was actually his therapist at that time. So we were speaking on those terms, and I was the facilitator in the meeting, which Mel did not attend.
So you gotta say we was switching up.
Right. So
We
we
was
was
taking turns.
right.
I was the counselor for her,
Uh
and
huh.
she was the counselor for me. So
Right.
excuse me, we would take turns, when we had and we would have the little session, and then when I
Yep.
finished getting the information that I want from her,
Hmm.
we would reverse it, and then she would be my counselor, which enabled us to hear each other
Hmm.
out and understand where did it go wrong.
Yeah.
And let's give an example. I think that if you give an
Let's give
example,
him an example.
if you give an example,
All
so
right.
let's say we just got into a dispute.
Right.
Now, in the dispute, we would be talking to each other, and I'll be like, well, what about me? And what
Right.
about me? You saying that you want this, you want that. Well,
Uh-huh.
what about me? And you were
And
saying,
I
well,
would
I want
say,
that,
right.
this and that.
And
And
after he said, well, what about me? What about me? I would say, well, right now we're discussing how I feel about it. We're not really talking about how you feel. I want to talk about what I'm feeling and how I feel.
but then
You
I don't
know?
want to hear that.
Right.
Because I want to hear, you need to hear what I'm saying.
Right.
So that's how the dispute
That's how,
is.
right.
So then we had to go into counseling mode.
Hmm.
So counseling mode, now I have to say, okay, now I
Hmm.
am your counselor.
Right.
As her counselor, I already know my issues, obviously. So
Hmm.
now I need to hear her issues as a counselor so I can translate my issues to her or and transfer her issues back to me because
Right.
now I'm listening. So
Mm-hmm.
as I talk to her, so how did that make you feel that he did that, not how I made you feel and what
Right.
I did. So I'm coming to her as like a third person and
Right.
saying, so when he said that, how did that make you feel? And then
Right.
she would,
And then me as myself would say, well, when Don said that, it hurt me and I didn't like the way that he said it. He could have said it a little different. And then he would be my counselor at the time, listening to what I'm saying and understanding, okay, well, I'll relay this message back to Don that you felt uncomfortable when he spoke to you this way.
but that's the way I would take it.
Oh, right. That's the
Right.
way you would
I
take
thought
it.
that you was gonna say your side, on your side, how you would take it,
Oh,
being
I
the
see.
counselor.
Right.
You got to
So I would
explain
say,
how
right.
you see it on
So,
your side as the third person, being the third person
right. So
as the
on my
counselor.
side as the counselor, third person, then I would also say, hey, how did you feel when Mel said this? Right? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Or how
Yeah.
did Mel make you feel when she said that? And just like Don said, he already knows his side and what he's done. So, me as his counselor, I already know what my side was, what I said, and how I said it. Now, for me to be Don's counselor, stepping out of myself, he's now telling me how he felt about that situation and how it could have been handled a little better. But I'm listening as a therapist, I'm not listening as myself, you
So
know?
let us know. Please
If you
comment. Let us know if
understand
you
what we're
understand
saying.
or if you don't understand or if you think it's BS.
Right. But
Let
no,
us
I
know.
think it's really important for individuals to know that they can get out of those sticky situations, you
It,
know.
it won't work for
Right.
everybody.
It will not. This is
It
just
won't
our
work for
opinion.
everybody. I think the people that are with you gotta be open minded. That's number one. You gotta be a little creative. You gotta be patient.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
understand, and you just gotta be willing to play a different role because it's like a role play. And if you know how to cancel other people, people be telling you about their relationships, and you find yourself saying, "Well, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that."
Right.
This will give you the opportunity to step outside your own self and be your own counselor,
Yep.
and or let the other person be the counselor for you, and that way you can tell this person how you really felt. But
Yeah.
it's a creative way, that we've discovered to do this. We didn't research it. We don't even know if there's any other you know any other people doing it, or
Right.
is it something that the professionals or the specialists even recommend. We just
Right.
know that when we did it, it was an amazing concept that worked for us,
Yes, it
and we
sure
wanted
did.
to really share that with you guys. So
Yeah. And like Don said, it may not work for everyone. So you may be able to find some tools that will work for you. You just got to really try to put them, together and not call it quits or not, like be upset with your partner because you guys are different. You guys are different and you guys will learn how to step outside your comfort zone and fix the issues in your relationship without resorting to divorce or breakup or separation. I mean, that's my opinion. You just
yeah,
try it.
so this is worth a try.
It
It's
is.
worth a try, but it takes two people to want to try to make things work.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you just want to do right away. Give yourself some time, give yourself some space,
Yep.
you know, give yourself the minimum of 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to 24 hours. But don't let
Right.
it go over 24 hours where you don't try to work things out.
Right.
And if you done tried everything, try this.
Try that.
Try this and see if it works.
Yeah.
We will take the comments, and we'll take anything, and
Yeah.
we'll even talk to you personally.
Yeah.
You just let us know. We'll make a call, a free call. It don't matter. But we're not specialists. We're not specialists. We're just an
Experience.
experienced couple
Yeah.
that go through things just like everybody else, but we find creative ways
to
to
handle it, to fix
right
it.
to handle it.
Yeah, and we got to mend, mend your relationship with
Hmm.
these creative tools that you find. I think it was really, it felt really good to actually step outside myself to acknowledge his points and everything and not it being me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think that felt really good and it actually really brought us even closer
Hmm.
together. Of course, what really keeps us together is our friendship foundation first. So that's really another thing
They
that
like,
we
what are you
did.
looking at? Like you
Oh,
keep looking down.
I know.
Like,
My fingers, I'm sorry,
like,
guys. So, yeah, but I think that was a really neat experience for us to do, you
yeah.
know.
So yeah, comment below. Like I said, let us know how you feel about that video. Have you ever experienced this from someone else? Did someone else say anything about doing it like this?
Right.
Because I personally think it's innovative.
I personally think it's innovative. Let us know what tools you use to get out of sticky situations in your marriage and
Yeah.
if it worked, if it helped. We would like to know if there's other ways. We're all here in this community to try to help one another have healthy relationships, and if we have some tools and opinions and advice and experiences that we could share with you guys, then that's what we would want you to do with us. Just leave the comments below. Check out our website, www.thelovemanual.org, and leave some suggestions there and let us know how you fixed your sticky situation in your
Yes, and tune
marriage.
into all our other videos and tune in because this is going to go into our behind the scenes, the founders playlist. And you can find other videos like this where we're going to come on periodically
Hmm.
and discuss the backgrounds, the behind the scenes of the Love Manual, what we doing, our thoughts and everything, and
Hmm.
subscribe.
Yep.
Okay?
Some of the projects that we're working on. Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, I guess that's good
All
then.
right. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to leave some comments and don't forget to like and share and subscribe for some more relationship info.